Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Monday, October 5th. So aligning with the laws of love and truth and wisdom. 5 cards for our day. Okay. So we have the 3 of Cups. Oh, we have the Strength card again. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed, the Moon reversed, and the 7 of Cups. Okay. So this looks like a Monday that could be better as a Sunday. Maybe can it be a Monday you take off is my question. If you can take this day off, it looks like a really awesome day to do some inner work. And I say that because with the 8 of Pentacles reversed for the theme for the day, we're in that place of trying to be too darn perfect. Maybe a little self-judgment going on. Thinking that our work has to be perfect. So it might be one of those days where it's hard to get something done because you do it and then it's like, oh darn, I got to do it again, or this isn't right. So if you can take the day off, do it. If you can't, then just don't beat yourself up. No matter what, no matter what's going on, if you can't get it right, just apologize if you have to, if it's like work for someone else, and if it's work, on some project of your own, like if you're editing or if you're creating anything, whatever it is, just kind of let go of it needing to be perfect. In art, the artists that I know, they tell me that it's one of the beautiful parts of art is that you let something be imperfect because it shows that your actual humanity comes in. And I so appreciate that, versus, images that aren't done, by humans. Like all these cards, they're done by humans, and the artwork in the Rider-Waite, that was drawn by, Pixie, by Pamela Coleman Smith. But there are other decks that are just graphic arts images thrown in there, and I don't like those as much. I can't seem to resonate as much, and I think it's because it's lacking a little bit of the human element. But then, of course, it was a beautiful human that created the graphic images, so there's that. There's that, but I just feel a little bit removed from it. I'm not at that place where I just don't feel it the same. But anyway, back to this 8 of Pentacles reversed. It also could be meaning that it's challenging to focus, or you just don't feel like working. So if you can overcome that and actually focus, because it's that. Wherever you go, there you are. So if you just put yourself there and start focusing, then it'll shift everything. So it can be that as well. Now, because always remember your energy will wrap around your intention. So if your intention is to focus and your intention is to get something done, and you go there and you put yourself there, and you don't avoid it. This could be a card of avoidance when it's reversed. Then just know that energy will support you, and the universe is bound by law to to receive you. So whatever you put out there, you'll get back. So go for it if you need to. Now, with the 3 of Cups reversed, starting off the day, this can be a little challenging in. It can be too much of like three's a crowd kind of a thing where you need to just be with one other person. It can also be a little bit of stifled creativity. So that's why I'm saying, if you can take the day off, especially if you worked hard over the weekend, then that's great. And to know that it'll help restore your true inner strength so that you can move forward coming from your inner will rather than your ego that says, oh, I got to get it done now, or your ego that says, I have to be something other than I am, just naturally. I'm If you can stick with your inner will, then things flow through in a much, much more graceful way. Now, with the moon reversed, well, and this, at least it's in the afternoon and the evening, but again, it can be a little more challenging in the creative areas. It can have to do with these, especially these, cards together. It can have to do with some repressed emotions or repressed fears, especially. And of course, going through a fear is like, remember that acronym, like false evidence appearing real? So again, if you just put yourself there and go start into it, yeah, it might be scary at first, but once you start going, it's your desire to have something, created or done, or to have it, done, that allows you to move past the fear. It's like I've gone through that so many times where you feel the fear and you can feel it in your body, especially your stomach usually, and maybe your voice doesn't even work right the first time. Boy, do I know that one. Watch some of my early videos. But then it's like, 10 seconds later, once you start, it's like all of a sudden, oh, you're just in it. You're in it, and then you're moving forward from your inner spirit in a way that brings the rest of your ego into it. So I always like to give my ego something to do. That way it doesn't go haywire and try to control me. And, because we need our ego. We're meant to transcend it, but we never get rid of it. If we didn't have an ego, we wouldn't know our names. And we would not be able to function here on Earth. So it's your unique personality. But if you can get it to step aside and let your higher self be the guide, that's the task. That's how you transcend it. And then I guess you could say you're transcendent. I guess those words can work out to be the same. But with the moon reversed, this is about releasing fears, like I was just saying. But it can also be a little bit of unhappiness and confusion. So if that's what comes in for you for the day, again, let yourself just go inside. You don't have to be so outer oriented. And to get inside of, what is it that you're really confused about? What do you really feel and what do you really want? Because anytime that we're in any type of confusion, self-doubt, anger, anything, and there's healthy anger, all the emotions are it's just something from the past that's trying to clear in order for you to be fully present. And when you're fully present, then the universe can just flow through you, and the universe that's inside of you and in every cell of your body can just flow. So getting in touch with what it is that you really want, maybe it'll be emotions that come up like, dang, I was just never encouraged. I really would like somebody to just say, you can do it. Or maybe it's that you weren't seen and heard, and from there, when we're not seen and heard as a little one, our self-expression is hampered as an adult, and we have to go back and do that childhood, work. We have to go back and reparent, the child. It will at least be aware of it, to come into terms with what actually happened, and then to question all the false beliefs that came up around those situations. Like maybe you were just neglected, and of course no one would be listening to you or even seeing you, and you're not totally safe when you're neglected like that either. So there's issues of safety, not being seen and heard, and that keeps us in fear. If we're not safe, we're going to be stuck in some fear on some layer, some level of our psyche, which is what the moon is about. So going back and doing that emotional work and childhood environment work is just so important. It's the fundamental, realm that you need to get into in order to be free. And then from there, then your self-expression and your creativity flows in the most beautiful way. And then you can trust your intuition as well. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Now, with the Seven of Cups straight up, this is a great way to end the night. At least by doing some work on the inner levels, you get to the place where you realize, wait a minute, I have options. I have options. And many, many, many options. And more than 7, just because there's only 7 on this card. The sevens are all about decisions and tests. And so, again, like I said, what do you really want? What is it that you really want? And then from there, that'll help you get in touch with whatever was missing in your childhood, and it'll help you access the emotions. And then from there, it'll help you flow freely. Look at all this water flowing freely here. There's a lot of creativity in these 3 cards. And then the strength here as well. And that's your work. That's our life task. And then once our life task is cleared, or at each juncture of clearing, soul substance, then your spirit, your pure spirit comes through, and it becomes part of, you become part of a community where you're in your global task, where you're, actually helping. Whether or not you do anything, with anyone else to facilitate that, just you having had cleared your soul substance by doing your own, emotional work. What happens is, in that clearing out of the emotional body, you emanate. There's a clear force that emanates from within to the outside, and that's healing for people to be around, even if you never say a word. And it's healing for your neighbors, even if you don't talk to them. I mean, of course, you want to connect as much as you can, but now, while we're going through COVID, it's, we kind of stand back and we have to wear a mask, and it's more work. But yeah, but that's it. So your life task is to heal your soul, and then once your soul is healed enough, it turns into your global task, because it affects everyone in the universe. Everyone, at least on this planet, and then in the outer universe, of course, that place you're already pure and clear. So, but we're just here, working on healing the soul substance on Earth. So, okay, well, that's it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for listening, and take care.